Welcome to World Revolution. Here are 10 key lessons from The Richest Man in Babylon by George S. Clason. 1. Pay yourself first. Set aside at least 10% of your income before spending on anything else. This builds wealth over time and ensures you save consistently. This concept emphasizes the importance of saving a portion of your income before spending on expenses. Example 1. The story of Arkad scenario. Arkad, a wealthy man in Babylon, shares his financial wisdom with his friends. Narrative. Arkad, once a poor scribe, sought advice from a wealthy merchant named Algamish. Algamish told him to always save 10% of his income and invest it wisely. Arkad followed this advice, even though he lost his first year's savings due to a poor investment. However, he continued to save 10% of his income each year and eventually became one of the wealthiest men in Babylon. This story illustrates the importance of consistently saving a portion of your income, no matter the circumstances, and the long-term benefits of doing so. Example 2. The man who desired gold scenario. Bansur and Kabi, two friends who work tirelessly but are not financially secure, seek advice from Arkad. Narrative. Bansur and Kabi approach Arkad, who shares his financial principles with them. He tells them to pay themselves first by saving 10% of their earnings before spending on anything else. Arkad explains that this habit will ensure they build wealth over time. Bansur and Kabi follow this advice and begin to see improvements in their financial situation. This example highlights the importance of prioritizing savings to achieve financial stability and growth. Example 3. The importance of consistent savings scenario. The principle of pay yourself first is emphasized throughout the book. Narrative. Clason's parables consistently emphasize the importance of saving a portion of one's income before spending on expenses. He advises readers to treat savings as a non-negotiable expense, just like rent or utilities. By consistently setting aside a portion of their income, individuals can build a financial cushion and invest in their future. This principle is timeless and remains relevant in today's financial landscape. Example 4. The power of compound interest scenario. The concept of compound interest is introduced as a way to grow savings. Narrative. Clason explains that by saving and investing wisely, individuals can benefit from compound interest, where their savings grow exponentially over time. He encourages readers to reinvest their savings and watch their wealth multiply. This example underscores the importance of starting early and being patient with the growth of investments. Example 5. The role of financial discipline scenario. Financial discipline is crucial for building wealth. Narrative. Clason emphasizes that paying yourself first requires discipline and commitment. It means making a conscious decision to prioritize savings and avoid unnecessary expenses. By developing good financial habits and sticking to them, individuals can achieve financial independence and security. This example highlights the importance of self-control and long-term planning in personal finance. These examples from The Richest Man in Babylon illustrate the principle of pay yourself first and its significance in building wealth and achieving financial stability. By consistently saving a portion of your income and investing wisely, you can create a strong financial foundation for the future. 2. Live below your means. Control your expenses and avoid spending more than you earn. Discipline is key to financial success. This concept emphasizes the importance of spending less than you earn to build financial security and wealth. Example 1. The lessons of Arkad. Scenario. Arkad, the richest man in Babylon, shares his financial wisdom with his friends. Narrative. Arkad explains to his friends that one of the foundational principles of his wealth is living below his means. He advises them to always save at least 10% of their income and be mindful of their spending. By controlling their desires and avoiding unnecessary expenses, they can ensure that they are not living beyond their means. Arkad emphasizes that living below one's means requires discipline and conscious decision-making but is crucial for long-term financial stability. This example highlights how Arkad's prudence and restraint in spending contributed significantly to his wealth. Example 2. Bansur's realization. Scenario. Bansur, a chariot builder, struggles with financial insecurity despite working hard. Narrative. Bansur realizes that despite his hard work, he has little to show for it because he spends everything he earns. Inspired by Arkad's advice, Banser decides to adopt the principle of living below his means. He starts by tracking his expenses and identifying areas where he can cut back, such as dining out and unnecessary purchases. By living frugally and prioritizing savings, Banser gradually improves his financial situation. This example illustrates the transformative power of living below one's means and the importance of financial awareness and self-control. Example 3, The Tale of Dabasir. Scenario: Dabasir, a former slave, seeks to repay his debts and achieve financial stability. Narrative: Dabasir shares his story of overcoming financial hardship through discipline and determination. After escaping slavery, Dabasir accumulates significant debt and struggles to make ends meet. He decides to follow Arkad's advice and commit to living below his means. Dabasir creates a budget that allows him to save a portion of his income, repay his debts, and cover his essential expenses. By adhering to this budget and making sacrifices, such as reducing luxury spending, Dabasir successfully repays his debts and builds a secure financial future. This narrative highlights the importance of living within one's means to achieve financial freedom and responsibility. Example 4, The Power of Frugality. Scenario: Rodin, a spearmaker, receives a significant sum of money and seeks advice on how to use it wisely. Narrative: Rodin consults with Mathan, a wise moneylender, who advises him to live frugally and invest wisely. Mathan explains that many people squander their wealth by living extravagantly and failing to save. He emphasizes the importance of living below one's means to ensure long-term financial security. Rodin heeds this advice, choosing to save and invest the majority of his windfall rather than spending it all on immediate pleasures. This decision allows Rodin to grow his wealth and secure his financial future. This example underscores the value of frugality and prudent financial planning. Example 5, The Importance of Financial Discipline. Scenario: The book consistently reinforces the idea that financial discipline is crucial for building wealth. Narrative: Throughout the parables, Clason emphasizes that living below one's means is not just about cutting expenses but about cultivating a mindset of financial discipline. The characters who achieve financial success do so by making conscious choices to prioritize savings, investments, and essential expenses over frivolous spending. This consistent message highlights that financial discipline is key to achieving long-term financial stability and wealth. By living below their means, individuals can build a strong financial foundation and avoid the pitfalls of debt and financial insecurity. These examples from The Richest Man in Babylon illustrate the principle of live below your means and its significance in building financial security and wealth. By spending less than you earn and prioritizing savings, you can achieve financial stability and ensure a prosperous future. 3. Make your money work for you. Invest your savings wisely to generate more wealth. Idle money won't grow, it must be put to work through smart investments. This concept emphasizes the importance of investing wisely to grow wealth. Example 1, The Lessons of Arkad. Scenario: Arkad, the richest man in Babylon, shares his financial wisdom with his friends. Narrative: Arkad explains to his friends that one of the secrets to his wealth is making his money work for him. He advises them to save a portion of their income and invest it wisely to generate additional income. Arkad emphasizes the importance of putting money to work through sound investments that yield returns, such as lending to trustworthy borrowers, investing in profitable ventures, or acquiring real estate. This approach allows him to create multiple streams of income and build substantial wealth over time. Arkad's story highlights the power of smart investments and the concept of letting money generate more money. Example 2, The Tale of Dabasir. Scenario: Dabasir, a former slave, seeks to repay his debts and achieve financial stability. Narrative: After escaping slavery and accumulating significant debt, Dabasir is determined to turn his financial situation around. He follows Arkad's advice to save a portion of his income and invest it. Dabasir carefully selects investments that promise steady returns, such as lending money at a reasonable interest rate and investing in a profitable trading venture. By making his money work for him, Dabasir gradually pays off his debts and builds a secure financial future. His journey underscores the importance of investing wisely to achieve financial freedom and long-term prosperity. Example 3. The power of compound interest. Scenario: the concept of compound interest is introduced as a way to grow savings. Narrative: Clason explains the principle of compound interest, where the interest earned on an investment is reinvested to generate more interest. This creates a snowball effect, where the initial investment grows exponentially over time. Arkad illustrates this concept by describing how he reinvests the interest earned from his investments, allowing his wealth to multiply. This example demonstrates the power of compound interest and the importance of starting early and being patient with investments to maximize returns. Example 4. Investing in real estate. Scenario: Rodden, a spearmaker, seeks advice on how to use his newfound wealth wisely. Narrative: Rodden consults with Mathan, a wise moneylender, who advises him to invest in real estate. Mathan explains that real estate is a tangible asset that can generate rental income and appreciate in value over time. By purchasing property and renting it out, Rodden can create a steady stream of passive income. Following this advice, Rodden invests in real estate, which becomes a reliable source of income and contributes to his long-term financial stability. This narrative highlights the benefits of investing in assets that produce ongoing income. Example 5. The role of financial discipline and patience. Scenario: Clason emphasizes the importance of financial discipline and patience in growing wealth. Narrative: Throughout the parables, Clason consistently highlights that making money work for you requires financial discipline and patience. Investors must carefully evaluate potential investments, avoid speculative ventures, and be prepared to wait for their investments to yield returns. By exercising discipline and resisting the temptation to spend earnings frivolously, individuals can ensure their money continues to grow. The characters who achieve financial success do so by diligently reinvesting their returns and allowing time for their wealth to accumulate. This example underscores the value of a disciplined and patient approach to investing. These examples from The Richest Man in Babylon illustrate the principle of make your money work for you and its significance in building wealth and achieving financial stability. By investing wisely and letting money generate more money, individuals can create multiple streams of income and secure their financial future. 4. Seek wise counsel. Take financial advice from people who are experienced and successful in managing money, rather than relying on unqualified sources. This concept emphasizes the importance of seeking advice from knowledgeable and experienced individuals to make informed financial decisions. Example 1. Arkad's journey to wealth. Scenario: Arkad, who becomes the richest man in Babylon, seeks advice from a successful moneylender, Algamish. Narrative: As a young scribe, Arkad dreams of becoming wealthy but doesn't know where to start. He encounters Algamish, a wealthy moneylender, and asks for advice on accumulating wealth. Algamish tells Arkad the first principle of building wealth: pay yourself first. Following this advice, Arkad saves a portion of his earnings. Over time, Arkad continues to seek guidance from Algamish, who teaches him about wise investments and the importance of seeking counsel. Arkad's willingness to learn from a knowledgeable mentor sets him on the path to becoming the richest man in Babylon. Example 2. The Tale of Rodden. Scenario: Rodden, a spearmaker, receives a large sum of money and seeks advice on how to use it wisely. Narrative: Rodden is suddenly enriched when the king rewards him with a substantial sum of gold. Unsure of what to do with this windfall, he consults with Mathan, a wise moneylender. Mathan advises Rodden to avoid spending the money frivolously and instead suggests investing in ventures that will yield returns. He emphasizes the importance of seeking counsel before making financial decisions. By following Mathan's advice, Rodden invests his money wisely and secures his financial future. This story illustrates how seeking wise counsel can prevent costly mistakes and lead to sound financial decisions. Example 3. The importance of trusted advisors. Scenario: Dabasir, a former slave, seeks advice to repay his debts and rebuild his life. Narrative: Dabasir, burdened by debt, decides to seek the counsel of Arkad, now a wealthy man. Arkad advises him to save a portion of his income, repay his debts systematically, and live within his means. Dabasur follows this guidance diligently and gradually repays his debts, eventually achieving financial stability. This example underscores the value of seeking advice from those who have successfully navigated similar challenges. Trusted advisors can provide practical insights and strategies that lead to financial recovery and growth. Example 4. The role of mentorship. Scenario: Arkad shares the importance of mentorship with his friends. Narrative: in a gathering with friends, Arkad emphasizes the value of mentorship in achieving financial success. He shares his own experience of learning from Algamish and how seeking wise counsel was pivotal in his journey to wealth. Arkad encourages his friends to seek mentors who can provide valuable guidance and support. By highlighting the role of mentorship, Arkad underscores the importance of learning from those who have the knowledge and experience to offer sound advice. This narrative reinforces the idea that seeking wise counsel is a key component of financial success. Example 5. Avoiding unwise investments. Scenario: Sharunata, a merchant, advises his friend to avoid unwise investments. Narrative: Sharunata, a successful merchant, learns that his friend is considering investing in a dubious venture. Concerned, Sharu advises his friend to seek wise counsel before making any decisions. He introduces his friend to experienced merchants who can provide insights into the potential risks and rewards of the investment. Through their advice, his friend realizes the venture's flaws and avoids a potentially disastrous financial decision. This example highlights the importance of seeking knowledgeable advice to avoid unwise investments and protect one's wealth. These examples from The Richest Man in Babylon illustrate the principle of seek wise counsel and its significance in making informed financial decisions. By seeking advice from knowledgeable and experienced individuals, you can avoid costly mistakes and build a secure financial future. 5. Protect your wealth. Avoid risky investments and schemes that promise high returns with little effort. Instead, focus on safe and reliable investments. This concept emphasizes the importance of safeguarding your hard-earned money from potential losses and ensuring it grows securely. Example 1. The Cautionary Tale of Bansur. Scenario: Bansur, a chariot builder, seeks advice from Arkad, the richest man in Babylon. Narrative: Bansur, eager to improve his financial situation, seeks Arkad's wisdom. Arkad advises him to be cautious with his investments and to avoid high-risk ventures. He explains that protecting one's wealth involves making prudent and well-researched decisions. Arkad shares a story of a friend who lost his entire savings by investing in a dubious scheme. This example underscores the importance of conducting thorough due diligence and avoiding speculative investments. By heeding this advice, Bansur learns to safeguard his wealth and make informed financial choices. Example 2. The Wisdom of Gold Lenders. Scenario: Rodin, a spearmaker, receives a large sum of money and seeks counsel on how to invest it. Narrative: Rodin consults with Mathan, a wise moneylender, who emphasizes the importance of protecting his wealth. Mathan advises Rodin to lend his money only to those with a proven track record of repaying debts. He explains that lending money to unreliable borrowers can lead to significant losses. To illustrate this, Mathan shares a story of a merchant who lost his wealth by lending to a friend who defaulted on the loan. By following Mathan's advice, Rodin learns to assess the credibility of borrowers and protect his wealth from potential defaults. Example 3. The Value of Insurance. Scenario: Sharunata, a merchant, shares the importance of insurance with his fellow traders. Narrative: Sharunata explains that protecting wealth also involves mitigating risks through insurance. He tells a story of a trader who lost his entire cargo in a storm because he did not insure his goods. By contrast, another trader who had insured his cargo was able to recover his losses and continue his business. This example highlights the importance of using insurance to protect valuable assets from unforeseen events. Sharunata's wisdom encourages his fellow traders to safeguard their wealth by insuring their goods and investments. Example 4. Diversifying investments. Scenario: Arkad advises his friends on the importance of diversifying their investments. Narrative, Arkad explains that putting all your money into a single venture can be risky. He advises his friends to diversify their investments across different assets to spread the risk. Arkad shares a story of a farmer who invested all his savings in a single crop, only to lose everything when the crop failed. By diversifying his investments into different crops, livestock, and trade goods, the farmer could have mitigated his losses. This narrative emphasizes the importance of not putting all your eggs in one basket and spreading investments to protect wealth from unforeseen downturns. Example 5. Guarding against fraud. Scenario: Dabasir, a former slave, advises a young trader on protecting wealth from fraud. Narrative, Dabasir explains that protecting wealth also involves being vigilant against fraud and scams. He shares a story of a young trader who was swindled by a con artist promising unrealistic returns. Dabasir advises the trader to be wary of offers that seem too good to be true and to seek advice from trusted and experienced individuals before making investments. By following this advice, the trader learns to recognize and avoid fraudulent schemes, ensuring that his wealth remains secure. This example underscores the importance of skepticism and seeking credible advice to protect wealth from deceit. These examples from The Richest Man in Babylon illustrate the principle of protect your wealth and its significance in maintaining financial security. By being cautious, diversifying investments, using insurance, and guarding against fraud, individuals can safeguard their hard-earned money and ensure it grows securely. 6. Ensure a future income. Plan for the future by securing investments that will continue to provide income in your later years or in case of unforeseen circumstances. This concept emphasizes the importance of planning for future financial security by creating sources of income that will continue to generate wealth over time. Example 1. Arkad's advice to his friends. Scenario: Arkad, the richest man in Babylon, shares his financial wisdom with his friends. Narrative, Arkad explains to his friends that one of the keys to his wealth is ensuring a future income. He advises them to invest in assets that will generate ongoing revenue, such as real estate, businesses, or lending money at interest. By creating multiple streams of income, Arkad has built a financial foundation that will continue to support him even if his primary source of income dries up. This approach ensures that Arkad's wealth grows and provides security for his future, illustrating the importance of planning for long-term financial stability. Example 2. The importance of retirement planning. Scenario: Mathan, a wise moneylender, advises Rodden on preparing for the future. Narrative, Rodden consults Mathan after receiving a large sum of money. Mathan advises Rodden to think beyond immediate needs and consider his future financial security. He suggests setting aside a portion of his wealth to invest in ventures that will yield returns over time, such as property or reliable businesses. Mathan emphasizes that planning for retirement and future income is essential to ensure a comfortable and secure life in old age. By following this advice, Rodden takes steps to safeguard his future, demonstrating the value of forward thinking and long-term planning. Example 3. The wisdom of investing in real estate. Scenario: Sharunata, a merchant, advises a young trader on building future wealth. Narrative, Sharunata shares his success story with a young trader, explaining how investing in real estate has provided him with a steady stream of rental income. By purchasing properties and renting them out, Sharunata has created a reliable source of income that will continue to support him even if his trading business faces downturns. This investment strategy not only ensures his financial stability but also allows his wealth to grow over time. The young trader learns that investing in income-generating assets is a prudent way to secure future financial security. Example 4. Lending money at interest. Scenario: Dabasir, a former slave, seeks to build a secure financial future after repaying his debts. Narrative, after successfully repaying his debts, Dabasir seeks advice from Arkad on how to build his wealth. Arkad advises him to lend money at interest to trustworthy borrowers. By doing so, Dabasir can earn a steady stream of income from the interest payments. This strategy allows Dabasir to generate passive income without actively working for it. Over time, the interest payments compound, significantly increasing his wealth. This example highlights the importance of creating income sources that work for you, ensuring financial security even in the absence of active labor. Example 5. Creating a legacy. Scenario: Algamish, a wealthy moneylender, shares his legacy building strategy with Arkad. Narrative: Algamish explains to Arkad that part of ensuring a future income involves creating a legacy that benefits future generations. He advises Arkad to invest in ventures that will continue to generate income for his family long after he is gone. This includes purchasing land, investing in businesses, and creating a diversified portfolio of income-generating assets. By following Algamish's advice, Arkad not only secures his financial future but also ensures that his descendants will have the means to prosper. This narrative emphasizes the importance of long-term planning and creating a lasting legacy. These examples from The Richest Man in Babylon illustrate the principle of ensure a future income and its significance in building long-term financial security. By investing in income-generating assets and planning for the future, individuals can create a stable financial foundation that will support them and their families for years to come. 7. Increase your ability to earn. Continuously seek knowledge and skills that increase your earning potential. Education and self-improvement are key to growing wealth. This concept emphasizes the importance of continuous self-improvement and skill development to enhance one's earning potential. Example 1. Arkad's journey to wealth. Scenario: Arkad, who becomes the richest man in Babylon, starts as a humble scribe. Narrative: As a young man, Arkad dreams of becoming wealthy but earns a modest income as a scribe. Determined to improve his financial situation, Arkad seeks advice from Algamish, a wealthy moneylender. Algamish advises Arkad to invest in himself by acquiring new skills and knowledge. Arkad follows this advice, dedicating time to study and learning about investments and money management. By continuously improving his abilities, Arkad increases his earning potential and eventually becomes the richest man in Babylon. This story illustrates the importance of investing in one's education and skill development to achieve financial success. Example 2. The lessons of Kabi the musician. Scenario: Kabi, a musician, desires to increase his income but finds himself struggling. Narrative: Kabi realizes that to earn more, he must enhance his musical skills and diversify his talents. He decides to learn new instruments and improve his performance techniques. Additionally, Kabi seeks opportunities to teach music to others, expanding his sources of income. By dedicating time and effort to improving his craft and exploring new avenues, Kabi successfully increases his earning potential. This example highlights the value of continuous learning and skill diversification in boosting one's income. Example 3. The tale of Rodden the spearmaker. Scenario: Rodden receives a large sum of money and seeks advice on how to use it wisely. Narrative: Rodden consults Mathan, a wise moneylender, who advises him to invest in his own abilities. Mathan explains that by improving his skills as a spearmaker, Rodden can produce higher quality spears and demand higher prices for his work. Rodden takes this advice to heart, investing in better tools and learning advanced techniques from master craftsmen. As his skills improve, so does his reputation, leading to increased demand for his spears and higher earnings. This narrative emphasizes the importance of investing in one's skills to enhance earning potential. Example 4. Sharunada's entrepreneurial spirit. Scenario: Sharunada, a successful merchant, advises young traders on increasing their earning potential. Narrative: Sharunada shares his journey from a humble tradesman to a prosperous merchant. He explains that his success is due in large part to his willingness to learn and adapt. Sharunada continuously seeks knowledge about trade routes, market trends, and customer preferences. He also invests in learning new languages to communicate with traders from different regions. By increasing his knowledge and skills, Sharunada is able to expand his business and increase his profits. This example highlights the importance of being proactive in learning and adapting to new opportunities to boost earnings. Example 5. The role of mentorship in skill development. Scenario: Dabasir, a former slave, seeks to improve his financial situation after repaying his debts. Narrative: After repaying his debts, Dabasir seeks guidance from Arkad on how to improve his skills and increase his earning potential. Arkad advises Dabasir to find a mentor who can teach him valuable skills. Dabasir follows this advice and apprentices with a skilled merchant who teaches him the art of trade and negotiation. Through this mentorship, Dabasir learns to identify profitable opportunities and negotiate favorable deals, significantly increasing his earnings. This example underscores the importance of seeking mentorship and learning from experienced individuals to enhance one's abilities and financial prospects. These examples from The Richest Man in Babylon illustrate the principle of increase your ability to earn and its significance in achieving financial success. By continuously improving skills, seeking knowledge, and investing in personal development, individuals can enhance their earning potential and secure a prosperous future. 8. Guard against financial loss. Insure your wealth against loss and protect your assets. This includes diversifying investments and not relying on a single income stream. This concept emphasizes the importance of protecting your wealth from potential risks and ensuring your investments are secure. Example 1. Arkad's advice to Bansir. Scenario: Bansir, a chariot builder, seeks advice from Arkad, the richest man in Babylon. Narrative: Bansir is eager to improve his financial situation and asks Arkad for guidance. Arkad explains that one of the keys to his wealth is protecting his investments from loss. He advises Bansir to seek the counsel of experienced investors before making any financial decisions. Arkad shares a story of a friend who lost his entire savings by investing in a risky venture without proper advice. By conducting thorough research and consulting with knowledgeable individuals, Bansir learns to identify and avoid high-risk investments. This example underscores the importance of due diligence and seeking expert advice to safeguard wealth. Example 2. The Tale of Rodden and the Gold Lender. Scenario: Rodden, a spearmaker, receives a large sum of money and seeks advice on how to invest it. Narrative: Rodden consults Mathan, a wise moneylender, who emphasizes the importance of guarding against financial loss. Mathan advises Rodden to invest in ventures that offer security and stability. He explains that lending money to trustworthy borrowers with a proven track record of repayment is a safer investment compared to speculative ventures. Mathan shares a cautionary tale of a merchant who lost his wealth by investing in an unproven business. By following Mathan's advice, Rodden learns to assess the credibility of potential investments and choose those that minimize the risk of loss. This narrative highlights the value of prudent investment decisions. Example 3. The importance of insurance. Scenario: Sharunada, a merchant, shares the importance of insurance with his fellow traders. Narrative: Sharunada explains that protecting wealth also involves mitigating risks through insurance. He tells a story of a trader who lost his entire cargo in a storm because he did not insure his goods. By contrast, another trader who had insured his cargo was able to recover his losses and continue his business. This example highlights the importance of using insurance to protect valuable assets from unforeseen events. Sharunada's wisdom encourages his fellow traders to safeguard their wealth by insuring their goods and investments. Example 4. Diversifying investments. Scenario: Arkad advises his friends on the importance of diversifying their investments. Narrative: Arkad explains that putting all your money into a single venture can be risky. He advises his friends to diversify their investments across different assets to spread the risk. Arkad shares a story of a farmer who invested all his savings in a single crop, only to lose everything when the crop failed. By diversifying his investments into different crops, livestock, and trade goods, the farmer could have mitigated his losses. This narrative emphasizes the importance of not putting all your eggs in one basket and spreading investments to protect wealth from unforeseen downturns. Example 5. Avoiding fraud and scams. Scenario: Dabasir, a former slave, advises a young trader on guarding against fraud. Narrative: Dabasir explains that protecting wealth also involves being vigilant against fraud and scams. He shares a story of a young trader who was swindled by a con artist promising unrealistic returns. Dabasir advises the trader to be wary of offers that seem too good to be true and to seek advice from trusted and experienced individuals before making investments. By following this advice, the trader learns to recognize and avoid fraudulent schemes, ensuring that his wealth remains secure. This example underscores the importance of skepticism and seeking credible advice to protect wealth from deceit. These examples from The Richest Man in Babylon illustrate the principle of guard against financial loss and its significance in maintaining financial security. By being cautious, diversifying investments, using insurance, and guarding against fraud, individuals can safeguard their hard-earned money and ensure it grows securely. 9. Control your desires. Differentiate between wants and needs. Don't let desires lead to impulsive spending, which can erode your wealth. This concept emphasizes the importance of managing one's wants and expenses to build financial security and wealth. Example 1. Arkad's advice to his friends. Scenario: Arkad, the richest man in Babylon, shares his financial wisdom with his friends. Narrative: Arkad explains to his friends that one of the secrets to his wealth is controlling his desires. He advises them to distinguish between needs and wants and to prioritize their spending accordingly. Arkad shares a story of how he initially struggled with impulsive spending but learned to curb his desires by setting financial goals and sticking to a budget. By doing so, he was able to save and invest a portion of his income, leading to his eventual wealth. This example highlights the importance of self-discipline in managing expenses and building financial security. Example 2. The Tale of Bansir the Chariot Builder. Scenario: Bansir, a chariot builder, seeks advice from Arkad on improving his financial situation. Narrative: Bansir realizes that despite working hard, he has little to show for it because he spends everything he earns. Arkad advises Bansir to control his desires by creating a budget that allocates a portion of his income to savings and investments. Bansir learns to limit his spending on non-essential items and focus on his financial goals. By controlling his desires and living within his means, Bansir gradually improves his financial situation and builds a foundation for future wealth. This narrative illustrates the transformative power of financial discipline and prudent spending. Example 3. The Story of Dabasir and His Debts. Scenario: Dabasir, a former slave, seeks to repay his debts and achieve financial stability. Narrative: Dabasir accumulates significant debt and struggles to make ends meet. Seeking advice from Arkad, he learns the importance of controlling his desires to repay his debts and build wealth. Dabasir creates a strict budget that prioritizes debt repayment and essential expenses, while limiting spending on luxuries. By exercising self-control and focusing on his financial priorities, Dabasir successfully repays his debts and achieves financial stability. This story emphasizes the importance of controlling desires to manage debt and achieve financial goals. Example 4. The Power of Frugality. Scenario: Sharunada, a merchant, shares the importance of frugality with his fellow traders. Narrative: Sharunada explains that controlling desires is not about depriving oneself but about making wise financial choices. He shares a story of a trader who lived extravagantly and faced financial ruin due to uncontrolled spending. In contrast, Sharunada adopted a frugal lifestyle, focusing on saving and investing his earnings. By controlling his desires and avoiding unnecessary expenses, Sharunada was able to build significant wealth over time. This example highlights the value of frugality and prudent financial management in achieving long-term prosperity. Example 5. The Lesson of Rodden the Spearmaker. Scenario: Rodden receives a large sum of money and seeks advice on how to use it wisely. Narrative: Rodden consults Mathan, a wise moneylender, who advises him to control his desires and avoid spending his newfound wealth on immediate pleasures. Mathan explains that by saving and investing the money instead, Rodden can secure his financial future. Rodden follows this advice, resisting the temptation to indulge in luxury purchases and focusing on his long-term financial goals. This narrative emphasizes the importance of self-discipline and delayed gratification in building and preserving wealth. These examples from The Richest Man in Babylon illustrate the principle of control your desires and its significance in achieving financial security and wealth. By managing wants and prioritizing financial goals, individuals can build a strong financial foundation and ensure long-term prosperity. 10. be diligent and patient. Building wealth takes time and effort. Consistency and discipline in applying these principles will lead to long-term financial success. This concept emphasizes the importance of persistence and patience in achieving financial success. Example 1. Arkad's journey to wealth. Scenario: Arkad, the richest man in Babylon, starts as a humble scribe. Narrative: as a young scribe, Arkad dreams of becoming wealthy but earns only a modest income. He seeks advice from the wealthy moneylender Algamish, who tells him to save a portion of his earnings and invest wisely. Arkad diligently follows this advice, consistently saving 10% of his income. Over time, he invests in profitable ventures, carefully researching and avoiding high-risk opportunities. Although it takes years, Arkad's diligence and patience pay off as his wealth gradually accumulates. His journey demonstrates the power of persistent effort and the patience required to build lasting wealth. Example 2. The tale of Rodin the spearmaker. Scenario: Rodin receives a large sum of money and seeks advice on how to use it wisely. Narrative: Rodin consults with Mathan, a wise moneylender, who advises him to invest his money in a steady, reliable manner. Mathan explains that wealth building requires both diligence in saving and patience in allowing investments to grow. Rodin follows this advice, investing in ventures that provide steady returns rather than quick, speculative gains. Over the years, Rodin's investments yield consistent profits, proving the value of his patience and diligence. This example highlights the importance of taking a measured, long-term approach to financial growth. Example 3. The persistence of Dabasir. Scenario: Dabasir, a former slave, seeks to repay his debts and build a secure financial future. Narrative: Dabasir accumulates significant debt and struggles to make ends meet. Seeking advice from Arkad, he learns the importance of being diligent and patient in his efforts. Dabasir creates a strict budget, prioritizing debt repayment and essential expenses while saving a portion of his income. He works tirelessly, adhering to his plan despite the challenges. Gradually, Dabasir repays his debts and starts building his wealth. His persistence and patience demonstrate that even the most challenging financial situations can be overcome with diligent effort and time. Example 4. The success of Sharunada. Scenario: Sharunada, a successful merchant, shares his journey with a young trader. Narrative: Sharunada explains that his success as a merchant is due to his unwavering diligence and patience. He recounts the early days of his trading business, where he faced numerous setbacks and hardships. Instead of giving up, Sharunada worked diligently, learning from his mistakes and continuously improving his trade skills. He patiently built relationships with suppliers and customers, establishing a reputation for reliability and quality. Over time, his business flourished, and he achieved significant wealth. This narrative underscores the importance of steadfast effort and patience in achieving long-term success. Example 5. The steady growth of investments. Scenario: Arkad advises his friends on the importance of patient investing. Narrative: Arkad explains to his friends that wealth building is not about quick, speculative gains but about steady, consistent growth. He shares a story of a farmer who plants a grove of date trees, knowing it will take years for the trees to bear fruit. The farmer diligently tends to the trees, patiently waiting for them to mature. When the grove finally produces a bountiful harvest, the farmer enjoys the fruits of his long-term effort. Arkad uses this analogy to emphasize that investments, like the date trees, require time and care to yield substantial returns. Patience and diligence are key to reaping the rewards of careful investing. These examples from The Richest Man in Babylon illustrate the principle of be diligent and patient and its significance in achieving financial success. By maintaining persistent effort and exercising patience, individuals can build wealth and secure their financial future. Thank you for listening. I hope this content is useful to you. If you like this kind of content, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel to support our team.